imagined how a tent like this would look if it was tiny? Hey guys, Sahana here and welcome back to another video. As you would have guessed, I'm making something miniature, and that is miniature camping. Which means I'm going to be transforming almost everything you'd find in a camping very tiny. Okay guys, I'm at my desk. Here you can see that I have a cap or a shoebox. For the miniature, I'm going to be putting the miniature in this. I'm going to be making some tiny items and all. But first, fill this out. You need a clear ground, awesome realism for the miniature camping. Shouldn't you, right? So that's why I'm going to be putting soil. Well, actually I'm done with this. I'm gonna set that aside. Now I'm going to decide on which felt I'm going to use for the tent. Now I'm going to just sketch out the shape and size of my tent. Okay guys, I finished cutting out my layout for the tent. So it's going to be like this. So it can definitely stand. So we need something to support this. These sticks, put it in here like this. Maybe trim it because it's looking pretty long. Trim it according to the size I need. And the rest I'm going to just add it here. Okay guys, it's fully dry. Now I have these flaps over here that I'm going to hot glue. So we are done with the both sides flaps. Okay, so you remember this piece of felt. Cut it according to the size. This will have to measure. Have the piece ready and hot glue it again. Okay, now this next step is including a sewing needle and a thread. Sewing it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Things like where the thread is going here and then you hammer it down onto the ground so it'll stay. Yeah, that's the thing I'm looking for. Now it needs to be pretty close to the edge. Now I'm going to just cut it and leave it. Now all you've got to do is repeat it 3 more times. And yes, you can see I've tied a knot right here. Now you can see I have 4 staplers. It like this. This is the part that's going to go down. I'm going to just hook it and I'm going to just press it hard. It won't go like this. Here you can see goes down there. Now you need to repeat this 3 more times because there are 3 more edges. Now the next thing we'll be doing for the tent, cutting a window hole. Hey guys, I'm done cutting the window hole. It's roughly okay. Now we have to repeat this in the other side, but we can just do it from the inside. Okay guys, I've cut the hole here, but I'm going to add curtains to this, so it'll make it look a little bit better. Now for the curtain I'm going to use this blue. Now I'm just going to make a bigger window. We are done guys with the tent. Back entrance, you can fold that too. I have the camping ground here. Let's put it in the box. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is a campfire. Now for the campfire we need sticks and small stones and a fire, and use paper. What I'm going to be doing is rolling them. Let me just squish them. Maybe crumble them a little bit because they need to look like sticks. Okay, I let the stick dry aside for at least a minute, and I'm using watercolors, and I'm gonna be making multiple of these off camera. I have many sticks, pebbles. Okay, we have a camping ground right here, and I'm going to first add the stones. Should be easy. I'm using orange felt for the fire. So here we have our campfire. Now it won't really be a campfire without at least those marshmallows or cooking stew. So why not get into that right now? I remember these two artificial sticks here, right? Like this. And there's a line across here, and then they hang stew on it. That's what I'm going to be doing with these sticks. I need another stick for this, so I'll be back with one right now. I have a stick now. I'm going to be making a V shape like in here. It's not kind of a V, it's kind of a U, but that doesn't matter because it fits in like this. Okay guys, I have my two sticks and I'm left with this. Next, I'm going to move on to the pot. I'm using a small syrup cup for the pot. I have to make the handle here. I'm just going to be I'm gonna just put it like this and do it on the other side. Okay, we are done. Now all is left to do is paint it and attach the handle, which I'll be doing last. This black seems to look perfect. Okay guys, so you can see that I've done the pot. Looking pretty good. And the reason I use watercolor is because I like how the texture feels. It actually feels like a pot. So I have this type of wiry thing. I have to put like a flat layer of hot glue on it because I won't be able to stick it in the ground. So I have a paper that has Vaseline on it because I think that you can easily peel off dried hot glue off it. Okay guys, so I've put it all together. Now it's time to put it in the camping ground. It's done. The next thing we are going to be doing is a bowl. But what am I going to be using for the bowl? This medicine capsule thing. And those bowls are going to be filled with stew or soup. Now I'm going to paint them. Okay, so now I have my bowls ready and done. So I've been thinking, it won't be camping without s'mores, right? So that's what we're doing now. You're gonna need two plastic baggies. So you can see here that I hot glued them. So what I'm going to be doing is sticking their labels. I have marshmallows, mini crackers, and foil for the chocolate. I'm finished with the mini crackers and the marshmallow. Move on to the chocolate. Now we're going to make the things that go inside these packets. I'm doing the marshmallows first, and what you're going to be needing for it is very simple and very common. Thermocol. The one label that I chose had colored marshmallows in it. So to make this look realistic, I decided why not paint them. So guys, I have my marshmallows done. Now all that's left to do is put them in its packet. I'm done, and just like magic. Okay, so since I'm making the mini crackers, I'm going to be making them out of hot glue. So again, I brought back the paper of Vaseline so that the hot glue doesn't stick. It's really easy to cut hot glue with scissors. Now I'm just going to start making crackers by cutting lines like this and like this. Okay guys, so I'm going to paint it now, and the cracker's color is normally like yellow, but they're not too yellow, so like I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of the brown. Okay guys, I have my crackers almost done. I just need to do one last thing for this to be called a cracker. Is putting like the 4 holes that it has. So I'm using a needle to do that. And there, the hole is much more visible. I have the mini crackers here, and I'm just going to place them in it. Now I'm going to be doing the chocolate. Now for the chocolate, I'm going to use a hot glue gun. I'm going to use another paper and squish it. I removed the paper. It's just almost dry. Okay guys, so I'm here with the chocolate bar. I'm going to move on to painting it right now. Red and a green because they mix into brown. Okay guys, it's dried and we're done. Now for the next thing, we need something to hold all of these food items, right? So the next thing we're going to be doing is a picnic basket, and the materials needed for this are some prints of the picnic basket and paper foam. So I'm going to be drawing out how I want the picnic basket to be. And this here piece is perfect because it just measures it correctly, and these are going to be the flaps. Now it wouldn't be a picnic if there was no mat for the picnic. Right? I'm using a ribbon, and because this ribbon has like a nice crisscross pattern. Now what we need to do first is measure how big we want the mat. Okay, I got the length. Now all we need to do is just cut out the ribbon. Okay, I have all of the ribbon pieces that I need. Now I'm going to be taping the bottom. Okay, now I need to just cut off the edges. Okay, I just have to clean up a little bit on the length. Okay, I'm back, and it is actually big and is really soft. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is the sleeping bag. Now I'm just going to make the pillow. Now I'm going to make the pillow out of pink felt. I've stitched the pillow left, but I'll have to first fill the inside. Now I don't think I have exactly enough of it, so I stitched all over this. This is the back. It doesn't look good as the front, but first we'll have to stick these up. Now I have this piece of felt, which is just about the size of this. Now I'm just going to add those like bumpy bits that are there. So I'm just going to first cut it out. Okay, so I have the camping ground here, and I'm going to add a picnic mat and the picnic basket with all of its items. In the night, you can just look up at the stars and maybe the moon. Now I'm going to give you a tour around the camping area. You can see we are in a forest by this rather convenient tree, and here we come across a campfire. Here is my picnic basket with a few goodies for making s'mores. This is the window of my tent, and this is the front entry of the tent. And my cats are enjoying their yummy meals. So guys, this is the end of my video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, share my videos with your friends and families, and subscribe to my channel too. And bye!